What's going on, everybody? It's Vaaraiant and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at another deck profile, and this time, as you can see, we're looking at the NOCTOWL, and it's the Terapagos EX deck profile. So let's just get started, and I'll talk you guys through it one at a time. So for starters, we have 4 Terapagos EX. That's our main Pokemon. That's our main attacker. This is basically what the deck is built around. So yeah, 4 copies of that just for pure consistency. And then you're probably not gonna need more than 3, because 3 times 2 is 6 prizes, but it's still good to have 4. Now, then to help us set up, we play 2 copies of Rotom, and we play 2 copies in case one is prized, so that we always have the consistency. And then we play 3 copies of Hoot, because of course this is a Terapagos, is a Terra Pokemon, so we want to utilize the NOCTOWLs and their ability Jewel Seeker that we can of course use when we have a Terra Pokemon in play. And this is really probably the best part of the deck, which with these cards you of course preemptively put down Pidgey, and next turn you can just evolve really easily into the Pidgeot EX. And as you can see, we play 2 copies of Pidgey, 2 copies of Pidgeot EX, of course, for consistency. Previous lists usually played 1-1 line, but yeah, this deck really suffers if you don't have Pidgeot EX, so 2-2 is the optimal way to play. And then of course, 1 Fezznipity EX. We need a draw, of course. We play 2 prizers, so having Fezznipity doesn't hurt anything, and we need Pokemon to fill our bench. Of course, then we play 2 copies of Dusknoir, 1 copy of Dusclops, 1 copy of Dusknoir. Of course, Terapagos hits for 230 max. Actually 220, sorry. So you do 240 with a full bench, but because we play DDE, it does 220. So I was thinking even maybe trying to get Vitality bands in to help get that 230. The defense band might also be quite a good option, but we sadly just don't have space. I don't know what to cut. And our last Pokemon on the list is another attacker, and that is Ursaluna. Now, before we move on to the supporters and the other cards, if you want to get yourself a cheap, reliable custom playmat, then of course make sure to visit MatzAccessories.com and use the promo code VAAR20 for 20% discount at the checkout. Now, let's continue. We play 2 copies of Iono. This deck allows you to search out 1 card every turn, so we play a lot of one-offs of the supporters. So we have 1 Professor's Research. I'll just move this to the side. And this is basically the draw that you have, because of course you have NOCTOWLs to get what you need. And we have Chorus Tenacity that allows us to grab an energy and a stadium, and we will get to that just in a bit. 1 Boss's Orders. I would want to play 2 probably, but as I said, again, not enough space. I even wanted to have Buffalons in, but I just don't know how the deck would function with them as well. Of course, a copy of Briar, because Terapagos, that's synonymous with Terra Pokemon. Thornton, this is really handy. You can get Hoot, you can get Terapagos out of something that you don't need anymore, and it's really nice. Then you play 1 copy of Professor Turo, which allows you to pick up anything from the board. Penny would be nice because we do play a lot of basic Pokemon, but Turo might be good in case you try to trap your NOCTOWL. It has 1 retreat cost. We play something that can retreat, but still. Or if they damage your Pidgeot, if you have the capacity, if you have the means, you can throw the Pidgeot and just evolve into another one. You can do a lot of it. You can do a lot of the Professor Turos, so that's why we chose it instead of Penny. And then 3 copies of Buddy Puffin. We need to get our Pokemon out. This is our Pokemon search, and we don't have a lot of less than 70 HP Pokemon, so we're going to play 3 copies of Buddy Puffin and then 4 copies of Nestball, because consistency and a lot of basic Pokemon with more than 70 HP. And then we have 1 copy of Featherball, and this is really handy because with NOCTOWL you can grab 2 trainer cards, and picking up a Featherball and the rare candy basically guarantees you a Pidgeot EX, and then you can just steamroll from there. And then we play 3 copies of Ultra Ball because, you know, once you get the NOCTOWLs out, and it's good for Dusclops, Dusknoir, or Pidgeot EX if the Feather Ball is prized. Now, of course, we want to like get the most out of all the Pokemon that we have. So 4 copies of Rare Candy. You know, we could play 3 because realistically we're only evolving Pidgeot, but it really needs the Rare Candy. But you know, having more Rare Candy at your disposal just allows so many more plays with the decklist line. So yeah, 4 copies, and we're not straying away from that. And then 2 copies of Night Stretcher. This is our only basically recycling of Pokemon, because we don't recycle energy because we play special energy. So yeah, moving on. Now basically to the one-offs. We have a Counter Catcher, a Lost Vacuum. You know, these are all old like basic cards that you get in most of the decks. A Palpad, so it's, you know, not worth dwelling on too long on them. And a 1 copy of Switch. And then our ice pack of choice is the Prime Catcher. And, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. A Switch Out and like a casting option in an item card. You know, play a Yono, get them down to 2 cards, play Prime Catcher. A lot can be done. And then, but we're moving on to the end, so we have 3 copies of Area 0. 4 would be nice, but to be honest, not a lot of decks play a lot of stadiums right now, so you know, it might stay in play for quite a while, so that's why we play only 3 copies. Now, moving on to the energy, we have 1 Jet Energy, and Jet Energy, this is especially useful for the Rotom, because it can attack with 1 energy if you have the stadium in play and does serious damage. And then, all the energy that this deck needs, 4 copies of Double Turbo DTE, which is slowly gonna rotate out, so we'll see how this deck will do after the rotation, but there's still a lot of time until that, so yeah, this deck will probably still do some good results. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you have used or will use this deck and how have you fared with it. And once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.